What is up, Pats Nation? It is Patriots Global here with another video, and yesterday the Patriots made a very decent amount of moves roster-wise. So basically, you're going to have two videos coming out, this one and another one. This video is going to be about the New England Patriots signing defensive end / outside linebacker John Simon. And then the other video that will be coming out soon is going to be about the Patriots placing running back Rex Burkhead and linebacker Jawad Bentley on the injured reserve. So to get on with this video, why did the Patriots sign John Simon? Well, we all know the defense needed a boost. The defense just needed help all around, especially that pass rush. And like I said, they signed Simon yesterday, and then they had a workout with him the day before. And I'm not sure if this was going to be a move that they were going to do whether Bentley got hurt or not, or if they needed to release someone and there really wasn't anyone they were comfortable with releasing, so they put Bentley on the injured reserve with what might be not as serious injury as we might think. I don't want to talk too much about the injuries on Bentley and Burkhead, as that is going to be another video, like I said. But that part was related to this video because they signed him to the 53-man roster, so obviously they had to take somebody off of the 53-man roster, and that was Bentley. John Simon is still a fairly young guy. He is still just 27, so it is good to have a guy that is experienced in the NFL but isn't reaching his freaking endpoint. So say that he works out for the Patriots could sign this guy to a longer term deal, and it would be nice to have someone good signed to a longer term deal that is at such a young age. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself, as we haven't even seen this guy play in a game yet. Like I literally just mentioned, he is very experienced in the NFL. He's actually been with 3 different teams. The Patriots is now his 4th. He was a Baltimore Raven, then a Houston Texan for a good amount of his career, then was a Indianapolis Colt, where he ended up signing a 3-year, $17 million deal. His time with the Colts was cut very short, actually, as they didn't give him a crazy amount of preseason time. He played a very low snap count for them this past preseason, with literally just 9 preseason snaps. But in those very few 9 NFL preseason snaps, he had 1.5 sacks, a tackle for loss, and 2 quarterback hits. For literally just 9 snaps all preseason, and he had that. That's crazy. Like, most players couldn't do that in the 4 preseason games that they had. Ultimately, the Colts' play style and scheme started to change this offseason, and basically Simon just wasn't going to fit that, so they did release him. This was actually a big surprise by many people, many fans and reporters. It was a very big move that these people were very actually pissed off about. Reporters actually said when he was released how big of a surprise that the cut was, and that whoever ends up signing this guy is going to be getting a monster of a player. Oddly enough, though, we are, a month since the 53-man roster cut downs, and still no one has picked him up, which is pretty surprising. But I mean, when the Colts cut a player, not many people are going to look into him. Now, he is a little bit injury prone, and that is why last season he played only 9 games with the Colts. But in those 9 games that he did start, he had 42 tackles, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, which was a 26-yard pick for a touchdown, and he only played 43% of their defensive snaps. It is reported that if he had played all 16 games, that he would have rounded up to about 75% of the Colts snaps. Now, in 2017, he had a PFF grade of 75.2, which was 57th out of 106 edge rushers. So, you're not getting freaking Khalil Mack, but I mean, graded 56th out of 106 edge defenders is pretty good. I mean, in 2015, when he was on the Houston Texans, he had 5 sacks on the year. Then the following year in 2016 with the Texans, he had 3.5 sacks. And then this past season, like I mentioned, he had 3 in 9 games. Not only do I like the fact that he has experience, but I like the fact that he's not just a defensive end. He can also play linebacker. Now, how fast is he? I'm not totally sure, but from the highlights that I've watched from this guy, he really seems to be able to get around the field and just seems to be able to make really good plays and really nice hits and tackles. He was drafted in 2013 with the 4th round pick by the Baltimore Ravens, and he is 6'2", 260 pounds. He will be wearing number 90, or I don't know why I said 90. He'll be wearing number 55 for the Patriots. And I've already seen some videos of this guy at practice today, and he definitely stands out. Like, his frame, his height, his size, it just stands out. He also has a lot of tattoos, and for some reason, I can't get this out of my head, but he reminds me of a Chris Lawn on steroids. This guy gets a lot of praise. He got an extreme amount of praise by his college coach, and even to this day gets an extreme amount of praise from him. Just coaches around the NFL, and it said that Bill Belichick is going to just love this guy. He definitely has a heck of a motor on him, as long with good technique. And when you look at how the Patriots have been playing, and you look at their defensive line without Trey Flowers, they need this guy. They need a leader. A big problem of why we have been getting straight bulldozed is because there is a lot of guys we brought in who are very talented players, but they aren't showing it that well because they are making a transition from college or an undrafted agent or just a free agent into the NFL, which is a very different thing, and they have to learn and they have to gain experience. And basically, that just comes with time. That's not something you can teach, that's just something you learn with time. So ultimately, the Pats aren't going to lose anything from signing this guy. I really like this signing, and ultimately we're just going to have to wait and see how he does this Sunday versus the undefeated Miami Dolphins. Because he is a defensive end, I fully expect him to play. How many snaps? I'm not totally sure, but I fully expect him to play, unlike if a wide receiver had just joined the team or something like that. So watch out for number 55, and when we do see him play, make sure you guys come back to this video and let me know what you thought of him. But that is it for today's video. What are your guys' thoughts on this signing? A lot of you wanted a defensive signing, and hey, now you got one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, as it helps me out very much. Make sure you guys share this video with everybody who knows so you can grow the Patriots Global family. And other than that, I will catch you guys in another video. We'll give it a shot.